We're out here today on Spout Run, taking some elevation measurements, doing some surveying work to collect the data that we need to develop a restoration plan to restore the creek. Spout Run is impaired for benthic impairment, labeled by the Virginia DCR, TMDL for sediment. A lot of that sediment's coming off the stream banks, and so one of the ways we look to correct that is to stabilize those stream banks to reduce that erosion. If you look up and down Spout Run through many sections, you'll see tall vertical banks that are 5-6 feet tall. This is a bank I would say is 110 degrees, so you measure the angle going this way, so you can see how 90 would be here. This one's going overhanging. Bad news. Here's a classic example. See this clump of dirt here, grass on it, came from up here or maybe even right here. No permanent vegetation, so you'll get erosion during storm events, high flows, during the winter, freeze thaw. See, it's just going to repeat this pattern as it meanders through. The outside bend is totally eroded away. And it involves quite a few steps. Our first step is to come out, collect the data, survey the stream, find out what we're dealing with. Now we're in kind of the third step of the restoration planning phase in collecting data for the design work.
Okay, I'm at 6 feet. If you could shoot me through here. Every time we take a shot, we're getting an elevation. And so what is nice then about that is you take that information and you put it into a computer-aided drafting program, and some of the three-dimensional CAD programs now will essentially plot and make a topographic map for you.
Got it.
Sort of laborious out here. Initially you get all that data, but once you have it, you're off to the races, and you can really get a very nicely fine-tuned design.
Got it. For Trout Unlimited, these type of restoration projects are really important. One, brook trout are the only native salmon, native trout to Virginia, and they're our state fish. And so in the valley, we're really focusing in on spring creeks that are cold enough for trout. And what really brook trout tell us, you heard the saying, canary in the coal mine. Brook trout are really kind of our canary in the coal mine for our water quality. They're an indicator species. And so when we see the native species we would expect to see, and say in this case brook trout, in our streams, it tells us that we're probably managing our watershed and our resources properly.